Okay. Obviously, I knew Michigan State was playing better and has improved. At the same time, I thought we competed a lot better than what we had on Thursday night from that standpoint. But the numbers tell the story. To be able to go 13 of 25 or to go 13 for 25 from the foul line and not be able to convert there, along with being 17 of 36, I think, in the paint for the game, puts such a premium on everything else when you're not able to convert at a higher rate offensively when we're having the ball that tight to the rim. And then they made plays. Bridges made plays. Ward converted. That Winston hit a big three. McQuaid hit big shots. So they had an answer that when we got it to 6, and then have a point-blank attempt and 2 free throws, and then we come back down and they answer, I think, with a 3 at that time. I think Winston hit a 3. But, the fight was much better tonight, obviously, or today, in terms of that regard. We got to get better at converting. I mean, that's simply, and that'll help our defense. You have to look through the film exactly on things defensively, where exactly the breakdowns were. I have an idea, but I'm not going to speak to it too much until I watch the tape and dissect exactly where. So with that, go ahead, Jeff. Yes. Yeah. I mean, at times he is. And at times we're so consumed with are we going to get hit or are we not that we lose sight of just the main goal is make the basket. So there are times we contort or don't go through contact. We try to avoid it. And then you don't come out with either. You don't come out with the basket nor the foul because you've avoided the contact and you've taken your eyes off the basket. And so it's something we've got to continue to get better at. It's been an ongoing, we've got to improve.
Coach, Nick Ward, to have the night he did with foul trouble, what does that say about him and what makes him so tough?
Well, he's a big body. He's a load. And obviously he goes 9 for 12 versus 4 for 10. So in our 5-man. So that tells it right there that he was able to convert. He got a couple in transition. I thought once we settled in, we got the ball as deep or deeper and had golden opportunities compared. I'll look through the film and the shot chart and all that, but I thought we got the ball exactly where we needed to have it, maybe more so than what Michigan State had with their bigs at times. The difference was they put the ball in the basket and we didn't.
Greg, you had gotten it to 2 at one point in the second half, and then you went turnover, missed three, and you guys had been doing so well around the rim. I guess for lack of a better word, were you disappointed that you didn't feed the post more?
Yes, and that was what I think we had come out of a timeout too at that point in time, and I'll have to look. I thought the first 3 was too quick. We didn't go in. I think the second one was maybe a little bit better. I think the second one was Bronson's. But yeah, that was a pivotal point too because we had made that run, and then we had it to 6 too. Like I said, and had 2 opportunities in I think in consecutive possessions to be able to crawl closer, and had the ball point blank, and then also had 2 free throws.
Coach, could you please address the bench points were a big deal for Michigan State, other than the line, another big one. Could you address that, please?
Well, when McQuaid has 15 and Winston has 10, there's 25 of the 30. In my bench, I thought too many defensive mistakes. Pritzl hadn't practiced in 2 days because he had sprained his ankle. So that was evident that he hadn't had reps against this. So therefore I went with and I also wanted to make sure I had 3 people in mind who we were going to play through, Happ, Hayes, and Koenig, and we did that. I think we went through our veterans, through our leaders, guys that have gotten to this point, and then everybody else has to play off of that. We got the looks we needed to get. It wasn't like we had bad shots. Maybe it took a couple bad ones here and there, but we got the ball about exactly where we had talked about getting it.
Coach, you would have.
You said you didn't want to talk too much about the defense, but in the first half it looked like there were times where you guys were leaving people open. I don't know if that was miscommunication. Did you see any of that? Or
Well, some of it in ball screens. We got confused on ball screens. I thought also too we started so well because we had touched the post, and then as some guys were getting tired and asking for a little break when we subbed, we didn't keep the same philosophy offensively. And we shot the ball too quick. We didn't play inside out like we had previously to get that early lead, and then that allowed them to get some momentum. When you shot it quick, a couple of those came carrying them. They carried them off the rim to start a fast break, and that ignited them. I think Ward got one. Bridges may have gotten one. So that was, I saw there quickly that what we were doing offensively helped them in transition.
Coach, you went on that 9-0 run to close out the first half, and that was coinciding with Ward being out. There was a stage there in the middle part of the second half where both Ward and Bridges were out, and yet they expanded their lead. What happened during that time, if you can recall?
I'd have to go through the film to get exactly. I mean, at the end of the second half, we got better defensively because the last 13 possessions, I think they went 3 for 12. I know that was a stat thrown to me at halftime, and we had made that run over the last 13. So we were able to get the ball inside and converted and did a better job of that. And then, obviously, through that moment of the second half, I'll have to go through the film and walk through it to speak exactly what happened specifically.